In this video, we will show you how to replace your rear ABS wheel speed sensor on this Jeep Patriot. This will be located behind your rear wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To disconnect the ABS wheel speed sensor electrical connector, we're going to be inside of the rear of the passenger compartment. We're going to have to remove our spare tire protective panel. We'll just lift this up. You're going to find it comes out diagonally, starting with the passenger side first. It rolls right out of place. With that out of the way, you can look along either side of the vehicle. This is where you're going to find your ABS wire electrical connector. It leads down into the body of the vehicle. To disconnect this, if you were looking at the connector, the body side, you're going to find that you have a red locking tab. We're just going to carefully pry that out of place. It only slides back a little bit, and then it has a locking tab down along the bottom to be squeezed. You should be able to pull this out of place. I'm just using a small pocket screwdriver, make my way inside this area. There we are. That moved fairly easily. Now I'm going to squeeze in on this, dislodge it. At this point, you can see where the wiring harness makes its way down through the body of the vehicle. Go ahead and press it down and through, and then we'll have to safely raise and support and remove our rear wheel. You can see it all the way in here. We're just trying to attempt to push that rubber boot down through the body of the vehicle here. There we are. You can take that wiring harness, slide it down and through as well. After raising and supporting the rear of the vehicle, we're going to remove our wheel. To remove the wheel, remove all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts and we can get this off of here. Okay, so we have the wheel off. Now we can see where that ABS wheel speed sensor came down through the body of the vehicle. We're going to continue dislodging it. For this, I'm just using a trim tool as a prying device. You can also use a flat blade screwdriver if necessary. Just try to get in between this area and separate it. Continue following it down to its next mounting point. In this area, you're going to find that you have a 13mm headed mounting bolt. Now we have that dislodged, we're going to have to make our way in and behind this area for the next piece of mounting hardware. Now as we make our way under here, you can see our bracket we just dislodged. Here's where the next mounting bracket should be. There should be a 13mm headed mounting bolt making its way through here, holding it in place. Our mounting bolt has been broken. It's already rusted and everything. So we would just continue following this over to the next mounting point. Now for the next mounting point, I'm just using some long nose pliers. You're going to find that it has 2 squeezable ears, so I want to squeeze those in, and then we'll push this up and out of place. Now we'll follow the ABS wheel speed sensor wiring harness all the way up in front of the axle. Now to remove the ABS wheel speed sensor from its mounting ring, we're going to be using an angled pick. You may have to use some pliers as well. I'm going to attempt to try to pry this out along each side. Slide this right through there. There it is, friend. Now it's time to install the rear ABS wheel speed sensor. Coming from along the top, we'll take the sensor itself and bring it down through this mounting point. And slide right down through this. Obviously, we want to be very careful not to put any excessive pressure on this area. Now, if you were looking at the sensor itself, right at the very end here, you can see that the tip is actually angled, and it has 2 little locking tabs on it. We want to have that angled portion with the 2 locking tabs facing inboard towards the axle and the center of the vehicle. Now looking in this area, I need to confirm that I have it properly aligned. We're going to continue on by pressing it in as far as possible. A light tug confirming it's properly secured inside of its locking ring. For this, I'm just going to use some long nose pliers. We'll see if we can grab onto those two ears and gently press it in. To press this in, I'm going to carefully use a long pry bar. Okay, looks like I got that's on. Double check that. Once you feel as though you have it in the proper position, you need to go ahead and take hold of it and attempt to pull it out of position. It should not slide out. Oh yeah. Let's get our next mounting point aligned. Press that in. I'm going to give that a wiggle too. Now as we move along to our next mounting bolt, as you remember, ours was broken. So I'm going to be using a self-tapper bolt here. So try to get this aligned. Just double check, make sure that's properly secured. Let's continue on. This is going to go up along the top of the control arm. We can make our way out from under here and back inside the rear wheel well. We have our 13mm mounting bolt. We'll get that in place. Once it's aligned, start it in, snug it up. With the bolt in position, let's continue on with the rest of our wiring harness. We'll make sure everything's properly mounted. This is going to go up through the body of the vehicle. Now let's move to the very end of the wire at the electrical connector. We're going to dislodge its mounting point. If you use a small pocket screwdriver, you can make your way underneath the locking tab. While you're prying that up, you should be able to slide that out of place. Continuing on, we're going to take that electrical connector and bring it straight on up through the body of the vehicle into the passenger compartment. Now as we bring this in, we also need to be aligning our rubber mounting grommet. Line it up, press it in, make sure it's sitting flush and securely. Now that we have this pressed in and secure, we're going to reinstall our wheel. Once the wheel's in place, if you have a center cover, go ahead and install that now. We're starting on all 5 of our 19mm lug nuts. We'll bottom them out. Get the wheel safely back on the ground and torque each of these to 100 foot-pounds. Once the wheel's on the ground, we'll be torquing these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Now let's make our way up inside the passenger compartment. In the passenger compartment, let's go ahead and take hold of our ABS wire. We're going to reconnect that. Just go ahead and line it up. Press it in, listen for a click. After an audible click, a light tug, make sure you lock it down. We're just going to press that red locking tab inboard. That looks good. One more quick inspection in this area and we'll reinstall our inner panel. When we go to install this panel, we'll start with the driver's side first. On the panel itself, you're going to find that it has a small locating tab. It should slide into your trim panel. After sliding that in, pay attention to the passenger side. That's going to have to fall into place as well. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. The next thing you need to do is hop in the passenger compartment. Take your vehicle for a road test and make sure you have no ABS light. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.